There's a saying that goes, a group is only as strong as the weakest link. That's why most people just rely on, or most people just focus on the ends of their hair, because guess where the weakest link is? The ends, right? Because it's the oldest. Most of the time, in attempt to protect the weakest link or in attempt to retain your length, most people neglect the scalp, which is where the actual growth occurs. Because you know what, the healthier your scalp is, the healthier your hair growth is. So if your scalp is not healthy, then your hair growth is not healthy, then you're just wasting your time on length retention just because you're neglecting the scalp. Now, don't get me wrong, go. I still do believe that your hair would always grow, so your focus should be on length retention, but that does not mean you should neglect your scalp. Don't neglect your scalp for whatever reason. Now, because of that reason, in this very video, what I'm going to concentrate on, or what I'm going to focus on, is on scalp care. What exactly is this scalp care? Scalp care entails everything you do to your hair, or everything you do in general, to ensure that your scalp is healthy. Why? Because healthy scalp equals to healthy hair growth. The first one on my list is washing. Like, washing your hair, we all know washing your hair is important, right? But then washing your hair goes beyond just using any random shampoo or washing your hair anytime you feel like. As someone that prioritizes scalp care, your shampoo should be suitable for your scalp and whatever scalp condition you may have. The frequency of your wash, that is like your wash days, the duration, should it be every 2 weeks or every 1 week? So the frequency of your wash is determined by you and your scalp. So the amount of products you use, the amount of sebum your scalp produces, how much you sweat on your scalp, dust particles in your area, that is what will determine how soon or how often you should wash your scalp. That is what will determine the kind of routine you should have around washing your hair. Now, for example, someone that produces a lot of sebum or sweats a lot on their scalp would not wash their hair in the same frequency as someone that does not produce a lot of sebum or does not sweat in their hair. You can decide that someone that doesn't sweat or produce a lot of sebum can decide to wash their hair less frequently than the other person. Do you get? So your scalp condition determines how you would wash your scalp, or the frequency that you use to wash your scalp. So what I'm just trying to say is that everybody's scalp is unique, and it should be dealt with, or it should be treated as something that is unique. Because at the end of the day, general advice may not suit you. They like wash your hair every 2 weeks, but then you have dandruff and you want to wash your hair every 2 weeks. Or they're like double cleanse, and then your scalp is really, really dirty and you need more than 2 times washing to take it out. And you just want to do 2 times once every month. So your washing, the frequency, the amount of time you wash your scalp, how often you wash your scalp, all of them is determined by your scalp. So to make sure your scalp is actually healthy, or if you really care about your scalp, you should listen to your scalp and know how to wash it, when to wash it, how to fix your routine around such things, so that at the end of the day, you're really, really prioritizing your scalp, because healthier scalp equals to what? Healthier hair growth. The next on my list is scalp massage. Like, a scalp massage is not something you should be sleeping on. You should be doing it regularly. So what I would just do, I will just list out some benefits of scalp massage, in hope that it will convince you that you should be massaging your scalp regularly. Firstly, scalp massage increases blood flow to the scalp, which in turn increases the nutrients that reaches your hair follicles. And if more nutrients are reaching your hair follicles, there's a more likelihood of absorption. More absorption equal to faster hair growth and thicker hair strands. Like, that's just plain and very, very simple mechanism of action. That's what it does. It increases the nutrients reaching your scalp by increasing blood flow. The amount of nutrients that reaches your hair follicles makes your hair strand healthier. Healthier hair strands is more likely to be thicker and grow better. Secondly, scalp massage releases your scalp from tension and stress. And if your body is stressed, or if your scalp is stressed, your body prioritizes stress management rather than hair growth. So if you're already relieving your body and your scalp from stress, then your body is able to prioritize hair growth, allowing your hair to grow at optimal level. So the first one is increase blood flow to your scalp. The other one is it helps with stress management, which in turns improve hair growth, or makes your hair grow at optimal level. The next on my list is protective style. And for this one, I'm talking about both the protective style and how you style your protective style. Yes. I know as I just said protective style, your mind will be going to styles like this and this, but then it may not just be styles like that. It could be styles like this and this too. So that's why I did not just say protective style. I also said how you style your protective style. You might have done a very good protective style, a protective style that is all shades of right, installed correctly, and like every other thing, just done correctly. But then the problem that you may now be facing is how you're styling it, or the problem that you have now created is how you're styling it. Right? Because you could do this protective style and it's all right, but then you're styling it in a very, very tight manner that's causing tension. This style was not having tension. The way you were styling the style was now what was causing tension. And like I said, my aim in this video is to convince you that scalp care is important, because it may not even be a big deal. It may be that just one small thing you're doing wrong, or one little thing you're doing wrong, or something that you're ignoring or not paying enough attention to, that could just be the problem. So my aim in this video is just to convince you that scalp care is important. Okay, now you're wondering, how is protective style even like supporting or helping scalp care apart from the tension and everything, like, or rather including the tension and everything? Well, here's the thing: your scalp is very unique, and so with follicles, they grow a certain way. Only straight hairs have straight follicles. Depending on the pattern of your hair, type 4, 3, 2, 1, they all have different kinds of follicles, right? And And for our hair type, because our hair is not straight, we have a combination of different types of hair. So we could have, like for example, now the back of my hair is more kinky than the front of my hair. So like this part is has a looser coil pattern than the back. So the follicles at the back, it's more bent than the follicles at the front. So if I'm doing a lot of pulling, I would feel more tension in a certain part than the other parts. Do you get? So your hair is unique, your scalp is unique and should be treated as such. Now, because this person styled is or her hair a certain way, does not mean you can style it that certain way because of how unique your scalp is, or how unique your hair follicles are, because of different patterns. This part could be looser, this part could be freer, the coil pattern could be looser, the coil patterns could be freer. So the way you style your protective style may just be causing tension to a certain part of your scalp, not all, just a certain part of your scalp, and then it's causing a lot of breakage or a lot of stress, and it's affecting the surrounding areas. Because at the end of the day, if you just pull, let's say you pull here, this is where you're pulling, right? But then you can feel it in the surrounding areas. Exactly, that's what happens too. So when you just pull one, you can feel it in the surrounding area. So it's not just affecting one, it's also affecting the air surrounding it. I don't know how to explain that better, but all I'm trying to say is that your scalp is unique and should be treated as such. Not every protective style that works for Mr. A or Mrs. A or Miss A would work for you. Treat your scalp as something that is unique. The next one is hot oil treatment. Okay, hot oil treatment doesn't mean hot oil on your scalp. It just means warm oil on your scalp. Like the oil should just be warm to feel. So when the warm oil is on your scalp, it acts like warm compression. So what it does is that it increases blood flow to your scalp. Increased blood flow is equals to increased nutrients reaching your hair follicles. Increased nutrients reaching your hair follicles means a better absorption of the nutrients. Better absorption of the nutrients means thicker hair strand and better or optimal hair growth. Hot oil treatment also helps with dry scalp, dry hair, itchy scalp, and basically soothing of your scalp, inflamed scalp, depending on the nutrient or depending on the herbs or the oil you use. So that is why you should be intentional about the herbs and the oil you're using, so that you can get the maximum results for your scalp condition. Because someone with dandruff maybe wants to do hot oil treatment. Why would you want to do that? You have dandruff and you want to use hot oil treatment. Why? Like why? So lastly, what is hot oil treatment without scalp massage? Like, can you really do hot oil treatment without massaging your scalp? So all the benefits you get from massaging your scalp, you also get it during hot oil treatment. And this one self there's a plus, because there are some essential oils that actually help with stress management. So you're not just massaging your head like that, you're using oils to massage your head, increasing blood flow and then stress management. Like So with hot oil treatment, you get both the benefits from the warmth of the oil and you also get the benefits of the massage because it's the two you're doing together, right? Next up is to avoid using heat. Now, this advice may not be for everyone because, like I've said before, your hair and your scalp is unique. So, what may apply to A may not apply to B. And the heat I'm talking about, I'm not even talking about applying it to your hair or using heat protectants when you are using your heat. I'm talking about applying it or anything that causes heat to your scalp. Especially if you have dry hair and dry scalp. Like, what exactly are you doing with it? Or your scalp is inflamed and you're using a blow dryer. Like, why? So this is why it's not every single advice you see on the internet that you follow because it may not suit you. So you may be surprised to know that the inflamed scalp or the tenderness or the sore feeling you're feeling on your scalp is because of the heat you're using. This is why I said it's not a one size fits all advice because there are some people that would not be feeling this kind of tenderness. Why there are some that are feeling it. You may be surprised that it's the blow drying that is causing it, or it's the steam cap that is causing it. So if you let go the heat for a while, you notice that there will be some kind of improvement. So just check if you relate to this and make the necessary adjustment. The next one is food, water, and exercise. Now I'll just keep this one short and simple. I've made a video about it already before. The food you eat goes a long way to your scalp health, your overall well-being. And if you cannot get enough nutrients from the food you eat, take supplements. It's as simple as that. So eat right, drink water, and exercise. Keep your body moving because healthier you equals to healthy hair growth, healthy scalp. Like you're just healthy overall. So why not? If your body is lacking nutrients, it won't be sending nutrients through your blood, through increased blood circulation to your scalp. Meanwhile, your other part of your body is lacking nutrients. What does your scalp need with nutrients? It prioritizes. Your body prioritizes what it feels needs nutrient better and sends it there. So if you're not giving your body enough of what it needs, your scalp will not get enough of what you think it needs. In the next video, I explained how food, exercise, stress, and basically your overall well-being affects your hair growth and how the amount of role it plays in your hair growth. So check that video out and I'll see you there. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you have any question. See you in my next video. Bye.